everybody, it's me, Ayanna, also known as Yana from the National Recording Group Immeasurable, and I am a fellow Franklinton High School graduate. And growing up in Franklinton was really fun for me, I should say, because in Franklinton, we didn't really have a lot of things going on. There wasn't a lot of violence, there wasn't a lot of trouble. Everybody was just family-oriented people. It was like you go around the corner, somebody knew somebody else that knew your mother or knew your father, so you didn't want to get in trouble. But everybody just made sure that everyone was okay. So I enjoyed living in Franklinton. Attending Franklin High School for me was it was fun. I have to say it was fun because I went to high school with so many people, so many talented people, and we didn't have to worry about a lot of things. We just did whatever we wanted to do, actually. I can't say that I got in trouble a lot at school because I wasn't a troublemaker. I was a good student. I got good grades. I made sure I did what I was told. But there were so many different extracurricular activities that we could be a part of. So I enjoyed being a part of Franklin High School because it is definitely a school where you can grow and you can kind of find yourself. Being in high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to be, but through playing sports, I played basketball, I played volleyball, I was in band, I was in chorus. Those things kind of helped me decide what I wanted to do in life. And I have to say my best classes were chorus and band. Band in particular because shouts out to the teacher at that time, Don Martin. He was like the best band teacher ever. Like everybody knew Don Martin because he would really let us do anything, really. We had fun in his class, and when it came to parades, our school, Franklin High School, was it. Everybody talked about Franklin High School band because we had all the latest dances. We had all the latest songs. So when it came to the parade and when it was our time to shine, y'all, we did it big. Like we were it, like really. So I love the band. So the best subject that I really enjoyed outside of band was chorus. And I love chorus because I love to sing. And in chorus, it was, my teacher at that time was Mr. Reginald Jeffrey. Shouts out to him. It was really extremely hard for me when he passed because he was definitely someone that was very important in my life when I was at Franklinton High School. And basically because he was the teacher there that really pushed me. He really pushed me to sing out. He really pushed me to conquer my fears. And I really admire that because he worked with so many different celebrities at that time. And for him to take the time to really push me and teach me to be a better singer, I honor him from that. And you know, it can't get no better than that. A lot of times it was me and my friend Taisha. He would pick us up on the weekends and we would do weddings and we would do concerts and he would just have us all over the place. So those are just memories that I would never, ever forget. And I'm just so glad that I had the opportunity to share that with Reginald Jeffrey. Growing up, I have to say that I really didn't know what I really wanted to be as far as a career. When you're in high school, you're young, you're really just trying to find yourself. So I knew that I had a gift, I knew that I had a talent, but I really didn't know if that's what I really wanted to be. And like I said, my music teacher, Reginald Jeffries, he pulled that out of me. So I found myself singing more and singing more. But when I graduated, I went to college because of course your parents are gonna always tell you, make sure you go to college, make sure you get a good education. And that is true. Make sure you get a good education because you need to be educated. So I went to college, I got a degree. After that, I got a job. But even when I got that job, it was just something in me, I wasn't happy. I just felt in my heart it just was something else that I was supposed to do. So I knew I loved to sing, I knew I was talented at it, and I said, you know what, let me just take a stab at it and just try to follow my dreams. It's in my heart, this is what I want to do. So I quit my job and I left and went all the way to Baltimore, Maryland to fulfill my dreams. Now at this time, I'm from a little small town. So I got my mother, who's also from a little small town, who's never been to a big city. So of course I had so many people telling me that I'm making the wrong decision. I had so many people telling me that I was gonna mess up, I wasn't gonna be anything, I wasn't gonna do it, it wasn't gonna happen for me. So with all that going through my mind and going through my head, it's like it was a big step for me to try to go into a large city where I really didn't know anything about this city. All I knew was that I had a dream and I wanted to accomplish this dream. So I set out to be in a group. And when I got to Baltimore, Maryland, I auditioned for this group called Immeasurable, which is the group that I'm in today. I auditioned and they loved me, they loved my voice, and I became a part of that group. But even on that journey to becoming a professional singer, we faced a lot of disappointments. We had a lot of obstacles that we had to face, and we had to push through. Nobody in the world knew before they started playing our music on the radio that we experienced being homeless. We were homeless for 3.5 years, still pushing, and we as a group had to come together and push each other, because we couldn't call home and call our mother or call our father and tell them, hey, we're homeless, we don't have anywhere to live, because then they can say, I told you so, or maybe they would have said, come on back home, and then we would no longer be able to continue to push and go forward and pursue our dreams. But because we knew without a shadow of doubt that's what we wanted to do, we didn't give up. We kept pushing, and slowly we came out of homelessness. And what most people would think was a bad decision, it actually turned out to be the best decision I ever made in my life, because I conquered my fears and I did something that nobody in my family ever did, which was be who I knew I was called to be. I knew that I had a talent. I knew that I was better than what I was seeing around me, and I just had to do it. So I never forget the very first time that my group and we heard our song being played on the radio. We were actually coming home for a meeting, and we decided to stop at IHOP to get something to eat. And as we were pulling up in the parking lot, we parked, and somebody called us on the phone and said, hey, turn on the radio, they playing your song. So we like, and we pulled over, we turned on the radio, it was on 103.9, and they were actually playing our song. And it was almost like it was a movie. You know how you see it happen in the movie, but when it happens to you, it becomes so real. And we turned on the radio and they were playing our music, and that day changed my entire life. When I heard my song being played on the radio, that day showed me that I did what nobody in my family could do. I faced my fears. Everybody that told me that I couldn't do it, I can say I did it. Everybody that said that I wouldn't do it, that I wasn't good enough, I can say that I did it. And that day, I never forget, because it changed my life forever. Like I said, I went to school, I went to college, I did everything that people told me to do. When I decided to pursue my dream to become a professional singer, I didn't have a plan B, because it took everything in me to focus on that plan A. Because I had so many people telling me that I wasn't going to do it, because I had so many people telling me that I'll be back, because I had so many people telling me that I wasn't good enough, I couldn't have a plan B. My plan A had to work for me. So I would have to say that when it came to me deciding who I wanted to be and pursuing my career, I never thought about having a plan B. Because if I put all my energy in plan B, my plan A would have never worked. When things didn't go right for me on my journey to becoming a professional singer, did I get frustrated? Yes, I did. Did I get disappointed? Yes, I did. But the only thing that kept me going is that I knew that I could do it. I didn't want to give up, because I knew that I could make it happen. So when things got rough and things got tough for me, my group, we just kept believing, we kept pushing, and we worked harder and harder and harder. And sometimes we wanted to give up, but we pushed each other, and that's why we are who we are today. becoming a professional singer takes a lot of work, and there are a few things that you have to acquire to become a professional singer. A lot of us are just naturally born with the gift of singing, and some of us are not. I never had vocal training, so wanting to become a professional singer, those are some of the things that I had to actually take part in. I had to get a vocal trainer. They had to train my ear. I had to learn how to sing on key. I had to learn how to not go flat. I had to learn how to not go sharp. So if you're thinking of becoming a professional singer, you have to invest in yourself and you have to find your vocal coach so that they will be able to push you and teach you how to be better using your voice. My advice to anyone who's thinking about becoming a professional singer, I would say to you is to just believe in yourself and don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to follow your dreams. When people tell you you're not good enough, when people tell you you're crazy, when people tell you you can't do it, you have to know within your heart that you are good enough, that you can do it, that you are just as good as anybody else that you see, but you have to know within yourself and work towards it. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from fulfilling your dream, because dreams can always come reality if you push and make them happen. So for everybody that's watching right now, any fellow Franklin High School graduates, any alumni, whoever you are, I want to challenge you to give. I'll make sure that I have all the given information on the screen. And do me a favor, once you give, come back to me, inbox me, let me know, because I would be more than happy to send you out an MP3 of my new single called I Need Your Help. So please, y'all, I need you to help this school out. These are some great students. Hey, look at me. If it wasn't for Franklin High School, I wouldn't be who I am today. Ayanna from the National Recording Group, Immeasurable. Do us a favor, y'all, and donate. Support your own. God bless y'all.